Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. How you doing, nerds?
What's up, bud? What's up?
Well, let's just say today I felt the need for speed, Mark. I know you didn't see it, but try and see it in the theater because it's definitely worth it. But we'll do the review once you see it.
Yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
And
Definitely
I'm not
gonna
gonna
definitely
say,
gonna get that in.
Try to avoid spoilers if you can.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, good. But we do have some of the cover there. We finally got the finale of Survivor, and boy, do I have thoughts on that. So the finale was last
I thought
Wednesday.
you would. I thought you
Oh
would.
boy, I can't wait to get into that. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, episode 4, very good episode, I thought.
Yeah.
Episode 4, Memento Mori, and of course the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi dropped last week. And Stranger Things started, but we're just going to cover one of the 7 episodes there.
Yeah.
Episode 1, the Hellfire Club.
They went dark. I have to say.
Well, yeah, they did. Yeah. All right. So Survivor.
Survivor. Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Let's kick it to the end and work backwards. So here's what I've been saying this whole time and for years, even though you haven't been watching. I can't believe how many times these are so-called. Everyone on the show is a super fan. Okay. They watch the show. They always say, "I'm not going to be a jerk. I'm not going to be an idiot. I'm not going to lose my temper." They all do that. And what happens in the final tribal, where I've said you don't disagree with the jury, and if they ask you a point blank question like, "Oh, you're playing the integrity card, are you? Really? Because here's where you deceived her, you know." And then they deny. So Mike lost. That was Mike's game to lose, as you saw.
Yep.
Even just ask him, hands up, what would happen if Mike didn't implode? And that's when Mike got all silent, when he realized how it slipped away from him, like because he couldn't articulate or he wouldn't admit that he didn't play with integrity. Like, this is a game that rewards dishonesty. It's okay to say to the jury, yes, like Omar said, if Mike cops to being a snake, he's got my vote, and Mike didn't, and sure enough.
Well, that's just it. He still tried to be the nice guy, knowing, hey, they've been watching me, so it's like, you know what? I tried to play this game with integrity, but there are times where I had to make decisions that went against that.
Yes, that's all you had to say. In the real world, yes, I have integrity, but I couldn't do it in this game. And some of you sitting there, I'm the reason why you're sitting there. That's all he had to say. And he didn't.
No,
he
no,
kept
if
fighting.
If he had said that, then even though Marianne played that really well, saying, well, I made my move, and when I made that move, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, and now I'm here. And it's like,
true, but you have to agree, of the 3 there, Mike was the strongest.
Oh, absolutely.
The 2 weakest, like I've said, this is survival of the weakest, because the weakest one in last season. Let me just get this out of the way. I'm very happy that a Canadian has won, so it's two Canadians in a row. So I've been saying for 22 years, you should put Canadians on and we'll win. And we just won 2 in a row. Now, however, I don't want to get nitpicky, but, Marianne was born in Germany and the last one was born in the Philippines. Yes, they're Canadian citizens, but, until we get a real born in Canada, but I'm still happy that, because I've been saying it the whole time, let us play and we'll win. And sure enough. But what Marianne did was cool was, like I said, she's the only one who didn't blabbermouth about the last immunity idol she was holding.
Yeah.
And the show of showmanship, she takes it out, and with the paper, and here's what was going to happen if this. So that the jury went, ooh, literally perked up at that, and when Omar played his fake one, they were rooting for not Omar, Romeo. And then when he says it's fake, they're like so deflated. They're like, ugh, Romeo, we wanted to believe in you,
Yeah.
I mean, but this jury did take it easy. Like I must admit, this jury wasn't as petty as ones in the past. They were actually respectful, which is I know Jeff asked them to do that, but rarely has it gone.
Well, I think I think he's seen too many get raked over the coals, like in huge ways.
It's been brutal to watch, But then they have to sit there and take it. The smart ones sit there and take it, But man, what a show. And Jonathan, oh my God. How about that? The last tribal count, Mike gets off. I've never seen anyone lose in the warm-up round of that ball game ever. Okay. And then Jonathan, who easily should have won that one. I mean, Romeo, of course. I said, you know what? Romeo's probably going to win this one. And sure enough, with 2 balls, I've seen that thing go with 6 balls and people were still going oh my God, 3 balls max, I think they put.
I mean, if Jonathan had, let's speculate here. If Jonathan had won that challenge and got immunity, and he's there, final 3, right?
Yes.
All he had to do is say, listen, my performance in the challenges, I outdid everybody. Lindsay came the closest to matching me physically. You know, otherwise I dominated all that. And I was out catching fish. I was out, like I was making fires. How he lost the fire thing, I don't know. If he's been making fires, it almost looked like he tossed it. You know what I mean?
Well, no. I think that's the draw. Mike was on the wind side, if you noticed. Okay, so I think that wind helped Mike's fire, but at any rate, you got a fireman. Yes, they put out fires, but I'm sure you have to start them too, right? I mean,
well, you got to know how they function, right? And I mean, Mike was just throwing shit on just to get a raging inferno going. I think somebody's flag was on fire at a certain point.
Yeah, but in practice, you saw Jonathan Marianne. He lit it like within seconds, right? Yeah. But here's another scenario. I think how Romeo might have won, because only one survivor in the history has ever done this. There used to be something called Exile Island.
Yeah.
So the people booted out would go and they would play there. Okay. So the one guy who actually made it all the way to the end on Exile, beating all the other people that were booted out, gets thrown back in the game. So everyone hated him. They resented him. Like, who are you? We've been playing the game and you haven't. But they didn't know what he's going through.
Right.
He makes it till final 3. He's the only one who ever gave up his spot. So he won the final immunity. He said, I'll make fire. And people were like, what? He gave up all his protection. He actually wins the fire challenge, put his balls on the line, and they gave it to him. So I think if Romeo would have done that, Romeo had to make a big move, because like I said, he didn't get one vote. One vote went to Mike.
Nobody went.
Yeah, that's why I don't like final 3. But Romeo, I think, would have got more votes if he had done that, because look, you were going to lose against no matter who they put you up against.
Yeah.
You and Marianne, you and John. I think if he had done that, you know what? I'll make fire and won. Then people would have been like, "Oh Christ, look what he just did."
No. If he's going to fight right through to the end, then he deserves it. But I mean, like you said, Mike balked on how to approach it, and it was
he's had all day to think. Like there's a lot of downtime, so you've had all day to make your argument in your head. Okay, like they watch the show, they've seen people implode and lose the game, because like, what are you thinking, dude? And then Jeff always does that. Okay, who would have voted for Mike if
almost everybody had their hand up, and it's like how many did Marianne win over, and bang 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 bang. It's like, okay,
only because Mike didn't cop to it. He wasn't honest, and that people, if you're listening, just don't. If the jury asks you a question, answer.
Be straight with it. Even if you were the most vile fuck on the island, admit to it. Says, I played. My goal was to play all of you. I mean, I like you. You're great, but I'm here to win the money. And guess what? You were in my way. So, I played you. And that's, I gave you my word, but I was lying.
Exactly.
Like Rob did way back when, I was lying.
Yes. Yeah,
I made everybody feel like I was telling everybody everything they wanted to hear.
Yeah, and he literally ran his tribe like a cult. Like, he would actually, when someone went to the bathroom, he wouldn't let them go alone. They all held hands, because he knew as soon as one got separated, another person was going to grab him. And that's what he did. Like, he literally forced the win on himself. Like, people went along with it because he was Boston Rob. He was like famous in Survivor, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted him around more.
I mean, for me, he would have been the first one out.
Yeah, he says that. He goes, they should vote me out, but they're not going to. He actually said that.
This guy already won one. Fuck it, get him off.
Exactly.
You don't get do-overs.
Around.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a whole thing, and you just kind of sit there.
Yeah. And you watch, and their reaction because they didn't know they didn't know anything about season 41. So their reaction when Jeff's like, Jonathan's like, is he going to read them here? And they're like, no, you idiot, no. But then he says, yeah, we're reading them here. Like Mike's face just dropped, like, oh God.
And then he just stuffed himself with pizza. But then again, who wouldn't, right? It's like,
but
no,
he's like, you're
roll
awfully
up the
quiet.
table here.
This is why Mike was on a reality show, because he's not an actor. Jeff's like, you're awfully quiet. No, I'm good. I'm good with my decision.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, you're not.
No.
You're
You're
pissed.
You realized you blew it.
No, I made my family proud. No, you didn't. You fucking walked away. You lost $1 million. Well, actually, 500,000 because you're going to get taxed big time.
You're going to get dinged. Yeah.
But even
it should
still,
it should be $1 million. It should be $1 million for the people who go through that for 26 days.
Yeah. Yeah, the final should be $1 million. So throw in 2, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But
they did that a couple of seasons. They did that though for an All-Star. They did that. They made it $2 million, so they'd get $1 million.
But I mean, Hoboken's going to be a little bit drab.
I like his Hoboken points when he got bloodied on that last challenge. His knees were. He goes, I should get Hoboken points for this. I'm like, I never heard that expression before.
But I mean, again, I look back and I see the way Jonathan handled most of those challenges, and it's like, okay, he was running over things. He was crab walking over those things.
He beat Lindsay, who had the advantage.
Yes.
He still beat her back. I mean, but give it up to Lindsay for fighting that advantage. 41 minutes. 4 of them couldn't solve the riddle for 41 minutes. I mean, oh my God, that's embarrassing.
But I mean, he's crab walking over those circle panel thingies, and he's moving quick, and he's going over, and I saw the rope thing. I'm like, he's gonna Tarzan that shit all the way through.
Yeah.
And and when Mike brought him for food, it's like, oh geez, load up the strongman with pasta. Yeah, okay. Lots of energy the next day for whatever challenges come in.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh. No, it was a good 2 hours. But
it was a good group of people too. It was friendly and respectful.
I mean, Lindsay knew she was out when.
Oh God, how good did she clean up? Eh? Oh, Jesus. I mean, she always had the body, like, oh boy, but man, did she clean up good? Final tribal.
Yeah, well, you know what? After seeing them in 26 days, and they get a hot shower and a little bit of, studio makeup, everybody looks great.
That's right.
But I mean, I'm like you said, it's survival of the weakest, and
yeah.
If you're talking about someone who gutted out for 26 days, she kind of rode some coattails for 26 days. You know what I mean?
No, she made one big move against Omar and in the dying moments of the game. So I don't really consider that. Whereas Mike played, from day one, and he was playing with a lot younger people than he is.
And I mean, she only got reward as an add-on from somebody else, right?
Yeah.
It was either a tribe reward, where in the challenge she didn't do sweet FA,
Yeah. Whereas, like I said, the last season, Malcolm, the same thing. Jury didn't like the way he answered, and yes, he should have answered better, and so they gave it. They gave it to the Canadian girl because, well, their votes against Malcolm, not for you, but we're giving it to you anyway.
Yeah.
Makes Same thing happened. So again, another weak player wins, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
It's like, makes you want to get on, but you really don't want to get on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you make final 3, man, you better just. That's rule number 1. Don't disagree with the jury. As simple as that. They're bitter.
You just say, hey, no,
Yeah, you're sitting where they want to sit. Yeah. You put them there. You better play ball.
Exactly. They say, were you out there to deceive? Absolutely, I was.
Yes.
I wanted to be sitting right here.
I took no joy in it. I took no. I wasn't jumping up and down for what I did to you. If I could have,
you
been
guys
done
are great people.
Way.
I respect you, everything for what you did. But I was here to play the game, and playing the game means I'm gonna lie, I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna, do everything I can in order to.
Yes.
Push myself to the front.
And I saw you as a threat, and I couldn't win against you, so I I maneuvered to get you out. You know, it's a
exactly.
backhanded compliment, but
exactly,
compliment still the same.
Yeah, and
you
then
know what? You're gonna. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I said, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. So you're gonna watch season 43?
Well, I'm sure you're gonna want me to.
Well, no, not if you don't want it. Not if you don't want to. I thought
no, it was
Survivor juices would be reignited. I don't know.
Oh no, it was fun to watch. I mean, I didn't really see much difference from this season from all the other seasons.
Well, except for all the idols in play and the
It
was basically the shot in the dark,
the
all that crap. The
gameplay's still the same. There's gonna be things. One thing I noticed with this season that I didn't really see too much of in the earlier seasons was how much scheming went on after immunity was won.
Yeah.
Back then, people had a pretty good idea of who they were going to get rid of, and if it's not that person, it's going to be that person, and that's usually the way it went. But this way, there's so many. Okay, we're going to go this way. Immunity challenge happens. Okay, we got to get this person out because if they, and it just the scramble afterwards was so much of a difference from the earlier seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
All right. Another one down. Survivor season 43, I think, in the fall. So check us out.
Yep.
Let's get into some Star Trek. What an amazing episode. The Gorn. Of course, the only thing that made it perfect is we actually saw the Gorn, or at least the back of the head. Okay, but I didn't read this anywhere, but I have a feeling that there were so many hints that they're going to come up again. I think maybe the finale, part 1 and 2, is going to be with the Gorn because I don't think they're finished with them.
No, I think the Gorn might be the, I guess you could say, constant threat throughout the series.
Yeah, I mean, because we've never seen them in ships. We saw them in one episode of the original series, which is my second favorite episode, the arena one. Where Kirk is just him and the Gorn with
Lizard Man,
gunpowder. No weapons, and I love that episode. But now we see, they're flying ships now, and they're hunter. They're kind of like predators, the way
pretty much. Yeah, they were hunting. They were stalking their prey.
Yeah, hunting, and all of that. They feed you to their young if they catch. It
was kind of a little horrific, a little bit dark, little dark.
Yeah, and we know what the excellent, Christina Chong, Lon Noonien Singh. We see the flashback of her brother, and all that awfulness.
Yeah, exactly. So again, like I said, the self-contained episodes, I think, really tell a lot about the people, and they got to come up with those strategies to survive. Let's see, we got the brown dwarf and the black hole. Okay, let's go that way. Taking all the risks.
Yeah, pick your poison.
Yeah, it's like. I like when Pike turned to the pilot and says, "Oh, think of it like surfing. You're surfing the outer end. Okay, you're making it sound like fun."
Yeah. If we make this, it's going to be called the Pike Maneuver.
Yeah, yeah. So no, I mean everybody. Like last episode, there was a little bit on the first officer.
Yeah.
This time, it focused away from her, and you got to see a little bit more of Uhura kind of rotating.
And Hemmer there. Yeah. So she's basically in training when that stuff goes down, and of course she gets an A+ at the end of this because of
she deserved it. Come on.
Of course
she came, but then again, you kind of had to know she was going to pull through. She wasn't going to.
Well, yeah, and plus we know because she becomes lieutenant or.
Yeah, I know. A little foreshadowing, but you know what? There could be something. She may be great at linguistics, but not so much in engineering. So, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think every aspect of this show, and it's like even the human part of it, where when I keep forgetting the first officer's name.
Oh, Una?
Una? Is it Una?
Una. Yeah, Una.
Okay.
By Rebecca Romijn Stamos.
Yeah, it's Una? Okay. Well, Una was like, give her my plasma. I can take it, that kind of thing. And then you see the doctor staying near her and transfusing her as he's working on other people. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's just like everybody working to make sure everybody gets through, and I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was a great episode. I like these self-contained ones a lot.
Like it's like the whole brown dwarf reminded me a bit of what was it? Was it Star Trek Insurrection, where Riker uses the ram scoop to.
Ooh boy, you have more expertise in that area. Yeah, I don't.
He scoops up all the noxious gas and then.
Don't remember.
Trails it out behind them and then lights it up to destroy the ship. But no, it's. I'm liking this series. I'm liking the series. I think each one is just. I like the way the actors are playing it. Pike still has that sort of like, he's a captain, he's military, but he still has that kind of like, what the hell are they doing kind of look on his face. Like, really, you're gonna go there? Like a little bit insubordinate, but it's kind of fun.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's more like, to me, it's more like mini movies rather than a series because of the scope and the budget they have.
Yeah, exactly. And like, can everybody's quarters be like huge?
Yeah, exactly. Compared to the old show, I mean, where they had balsa wood and it had nothing, right? Now,
well, not only that. I mean, obviously the budgets are thing, but the thing is, like, it used to be these ships were cramped. Yeah,
you basically got a round neck pillow, looks like a noodle, and no blanket. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
that was your sleeping quarters.
And it usually slid out of the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looked like it was hard as a rock. Too.
Exactly. Like I'm sitting there going, okay, these guys have like luxury apartments.
Yeah.
It's like it used to be like 4 to a room. You got your bunk and your.
And technically, this is just before Enterprise. The original series, so there's a little discrepancy here somewhere.
Now, granted, the only bunks we've been seeing are the officers' bunks. So you should get a little bit more privilege. But that's that's bedroom, living room, and a bathroom. You know what I mean? Like they got the den, the office, the.
Where space on any kind of spaceship or naval ship, it's there's not a lot of space.
Exactly.
Put it that way,
Exactly. Anyway,
well, let's get off that and stay in space because I really am itching to talk about Obi-Wan because Disney Plus. Kudos to you. You fooled everyone with that trailer. Nobody saw that coming. We thought you were going to be on Tatooine the whole time watching after Luke. And then what do? They do this gut punch, hiring a young, Princess Leia who turned out to be fantastic. I mean, everything was hitting me where I live. Like I was starting to get emotional with this. Now we finally understand, I'm talking more about episode 2 right now, but we finally understand Star Wars A New Hope, Princess Leia's message to Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. We're actually seeing that, that bond form. And I was like, oh my God, I can't take this. This is, we didn't know this was coming. We didn't expect it. They kept it secret the whole time, like I thought, they're just going to show us young Leia and Alderaan and that's it. But no, this is the show now. Like he had to go save her. Yeah. Luke is fine, They
brought back Jimmy Smits and,
yes,
really,
Bail
really.
Organa. They brought back, the actors from the Phantom Menace and all that, Luke's aunt and uncle.
That was a harsh conversation too.
Yeah, well, yeah. When Obi-Wan's trying to help him out, and they don't want anything to do with him or his help, that. Yeah,
well, just brought him some toys, and it's like no, you stay away.
A simple toy. He didn't bring him his lightsaber. He brought him a toy. Yeah.
But I mean. No, this was really a I guess you could say character study. Because, Obi-Wan's lost a step, right? He's everything. He's very, very disillusioned.
He's not helping out fellow Jedi. He's like, you're on your own. He didn't want to go get Leia twice. I'm not the man. I'm not the man for this. Like, holy crap. He's really took that defeat hard, and of course that the camera on him when he finds out Anakin's alive. There's some major acting there, boy.
Oh yeah.
Like he did.
Well, even trying to draw the Force to save Leia.
Yeah.
Looked like it took a monumental amount of willpower to do so, and it was like, come on, Obi-Wan, pop that lightsaber and show this Inquisitor what's what. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
But man, she's so good. She's my new favorite. The actress Moses Ingram, who plays Reva, outstanding. She was also, I know you didn't watch it, Queen's Gambit. She was great in Queen's Gambit, but man, is she on fire in this? Like,
no.
If you could love the villain, you love the villain, man. She's doing something right,
Yeah.
Like,
no. Like everything about this, it really hit a lot of home. Like I almost expect, like even right out of the first scene, right? Obi-Wan is working, or Ben, call him Ben.
Yes.
They're dismantling an animal for food to sell, and like he's keeping a little slice for his camel. But like when I half expected when the guy in front of him only got half wages, that Obi-Wan was going to give him his, but he didn't. It's like,
Ben, let's go back. Now we fully grasp now why Princess Leia names her son Ben. Now it's all like we're getting what we never thought we'd get, like, yes, she named him Ben because of Ben Kenobi, what he did for her when she was younger. You know? And I like to think Carrie Fisher must be looking down and smiling because this girl, everything about her is rebellious. We first meet her and she's rebelling. Oh God, it was so beautiful and brutal to watch.
Yeah, no, it was a fantastic performance. It was fantastic, and just like the whole, she doubting who he was, and giving him grief.
Yeah, he's like, "How old are you?" I'm 10. Like, and you remind me of someone. Obviously she didn't talk about as her mom, but he knew Padme pretty well. And talk about from the beginning, like how nuts is this? Where the show starts, skip recap ? No, I want a recap for the first time where movies recap a TV show. I know. Give me the Phantom Menace. Give me that Revenge. Yeah, give it to me. I'm like, I did not skip the recap. Like, this is crazy. Now, like in the Star Wars world, movies are recapping a TV show now.
And like you see the origin also of Reva too, because she was
one of the Order 66. Yeah, they don't come out and say, but obviously they had to go into hiding, so she probably did become a gutter kid, and you know.
So all of it was great.
Well, talk about Tamora Morrison. How about that? The clone commander. That was Tamora Morrison.
I saw that. I was like,
yeah.
Whoa.
Keep that a secret too. Yep. Nuts. The only thing that was missing was Qui-Gon because they kept tell me what to do. So
could you imagine?
I like to think he shows up in one of the episodes. I don't know if he does.
Ghost Liam Neeson.
Yes, well, I'm hoping against hope, but you already given us so much already. It doesn't matter, but still,
man. Obi-Wan's out living in a cave. You'd think he'd have a hovel or something. Like he's living in a cave, and like the Jawas like stealing from him and trying to sell his stuff back to him.
Yeah.
You could at least clean it up.
Cleaning costs extra. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, no, but is it me? Like the little sensor that came out is saying clear or thing? Does that look like R2's head?
Yeah, I thought it. I thought
it was R2. Too. Like I thought R2 is in there.
C-3PO was in the background there.
Was he?
Yeah,
I didn't see him.
Yeah, I did, and it was actually in the credits. It said Anthony Daniels. Yeah.
Really?
But it was so fast, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but I did not see R2. No, just 3PO.
Yeah, but the thing, but then again, R2 doesn't R2 end up with Leia?
Well, she comes across. Yeah, they're on the same ship, so she puts the message in R2. But there's this whole, R3PO should have recognized Ben Kenobi in A New Hope, but didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Stuff like that doesn't make sense.
I don't
see
remember
how they wipe
droids.
Yeah, they wipe their memories in one. I think in Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah.
He wipes them. I think just that's because people were like, "Hey."
Well, maybe it's R4 then.
Yeah. Could be.
No, like the whole thing is, it's going to be nods left, right, and center, right? And
yeah, I mean, we're only getting 6 episodes, like
and then when he reaches out with the Force to Anakin, and there's Darth Vader,
boy, yeah, eyes
in the back of the tank, all just like crispy.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to be quite the reunion. And we know they meet, so.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. We're going to sit there and just like they have to make it epic. If they don't, then it's just it can't fall flat. The Obi-Wan and Vader reunion needs to be.
Oh God! How about did you catch who Vect was? The main kidnapper? That's Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, for Christ's sake! Oh my God! What the? I was like, what is he doing here? Oh my God! And Kumail Nanjiani is the Jedi scam artist. I mean, I don't like comedy in my Star Wars, but that was actually pretty funny. Yeah. Using magnets and stuff, but it's weird because, I don't know how this might be a continuity error, but Reva was able to read his mind, but not Uncle Owen. So I thought maybe I don't know. I thought that was weird that she could read one, not the others, but whatever.
Well, I think Owen was kind of thinking different way. I don't think he was thinking Jedi. He was focusing on his family.
Well, he didn't look. He could have turned to his right and looked right at Obi-Wan, but he didn't.
No.
So he's a man of honor. He is staring straight. Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, how ruthless was like when she chopped the woman's hand off?
Oh boy, yeah. Well, she said she was going to, and then that one old woman had to mouth off.
Yeah, well,
I think. I mean, how about Reva stabbing the Grand Inquisitor? Like, I didn't think that was going to happen so fast. I'm wondering even if he's dead. But
yeah, well, I think I think she's working for Vader.
Yeah, well, he's the type of person that he would like, right, Vader? I mean,
yeah. So. But this is going to be the next 4 weeks are going to really be interesting to see.
Yep.
Like this, right. I'm pretty sure if they strung all this together, it would have made an incredible feature.
Oh yeah,
or at least a part 1, part 2 feature. I mean, come on.
Yeah. All right, we're to get into some Stranger Things. Episode 1.
Yeah.
So nearly 3-year wait.
Is it just me, or does listening to 80s synth music kind of make you feel calm?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't skip that intro either. I haven't heard that intro in 3 years. By God, I was going to hear that intro. Okay.
I mean, just the whole aspect of it just kind of like settles you.
Yeah. Well, talk about
those of us children of the 80s.
Yeah, and we get a mother of all flashbacks of 79. Let me just say, this is not the podcast for this, but I thought it really odd that both the Obi-Wan and Stranger Thing open up with what recently happened in Texas. No need to mention, but both episodes open with kids dying. But I guess this is because they're streaming services, they're not networks, they don't answer to ads and whatnot. No. If this was on networks, then those episodes would be pulled.
Oh, for sure.
Because they already pulled an episode of a procedural because of that. So, but at least, shock of shock, I can't believe Eleven did what she did. You don't see her doing it, obviously, but she did do it.
Quite angrily.
And I was stunned. Like, thinking, okay, somebody infiltrated a rogue doctor is going around. I'm like, nope, it was 11. Which tells us what happened to 1 to 10. Okay.
Yeah. No kidding.
So that was a hell of a way to start off the episode, which
I think the whole episode was kind of dark, right? Like they really leaned into the horror side of things.
Yes, there was the levity. Like what I loved about this episode is I'm sure there's so many 20-somethings that are running out now and going to watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High and stopping it at the 50. You and I know it's at 53 minutes and 5 seconds. We didn't need Stranger Things to tell us the Phoebe Cates scene, but everyone is like, every man, every gay woman is going now to what that movie. If you're a young man and young woman, yes, it's worth it. Trust me.
That's the Phoebe Cates pool scene, right?
Among topless scenes with Jamie Lee Curtis in Trading Places, and and this one, this is right up there. Phoebe Cates. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. So I'm sure like all the new people, the young people are now rushing in to watch. Watch this movie, which you should, because it's a great movie anyway, even without that scene. So. But yeah, there was some levity.
There was some levity. I mean,
and the soundtrack, you got Kate Bush running up that hill. Songs.
You
like
got
that
all the soundtrack for this show has been incredible.
You got Eddie. I love this new guy, Eddie, the head of the Hellfire Club. My God, where's this guy been hiding? The classic senior who keeps failing and has to repeat.
Yeah.
The cult of Vecna.
Playing up the satanic panic.
Which was actually a thing. Yeah, that was a thing in the 80s, right?
Yep.
It was.
Yeah.
People were getting blamed just for playing the game. They had nothing to do with it. I mean. But
well, considering how that episode ended,
Well, did you? Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was. I don't know what's going on in Hawkins, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting more of the Mind Flayer, not. I mean, that was straight out of, I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, exactly.
Nightmare on Elm Street vibe. Like, what?
Oh, for sure. So it's just like, it's just so funny to watch. I mean, I've been watching a lot of D&D stuff, watching Critical Role. So watching them play, I'm kind of like, that when they're getting to the end of the basketball game and the end of the big roll, I'm like, she's gonna roll a natural 20, and then boom, there it was.
Yeah, at the same time as Lucas somehow makes the winning shot, in the basketball team, but how much of a struggle, other than Lucas, did you see them try to like de-age the kids who are clearly too old for high school now? Did you find that? Like, I thought Will. They gave him worst bowl cut I've ever seen just to try and make him look younger. But oh my God, did he sprout and his voice?
Oh
change?
Yeah, no, he definitely sprouted and voice changed. No, I think you know what. There's not much you can do in that instance. So it's like, just roll with it, But I think we're going to see a lot more. I think this episode sets a tone for the season in a sense of. We see the gang splitting up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucas now, he's a basketball star.
He's a jock now. Yeah. Okay. Made it off the bench to catch to
win the championship game. That's
buzzer beater. Yeah. And not only that, he gets the rebound off the guy that should have got it, right? Yeah. The blonde 80s douchebag and every jerk.
So like I'm sitting there going, Now this guy's instant star, gonna be too good for his D&D friends. But although he did look upset when he saw his sister playing
Lady Applejack.
Like how she just tore him down. He just kind of like went respect.
Yeah. Sure, she set her level and all that.
I mean, obviously this guy's all in act with it. He's role playing D&D like 24/7.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's doing. But like, he becomes like a real person when he's selling the cheerleader dope. And you're actually a real person. Oh wow. Okay, like, it's breaking down those walls, but then
we think she was doing it when she asked for something stronger, so was she trying to like get an abortion kind of? That's the vibe I was getting. Like, did you think that? Like, why would you do Special K if you were I thought she was trying to lose the baby is what I was thinking. What about you?
Did they come out and say she was pregnant, or we just assumed it because she was puking in the
Well, you got her leaving the guidance counselor and puking. No, I think she was pregnant. Yeah. But which she couldn't be back then.
I think she was pregnant too. I don't know.
So I thought the drugs were trying to I thought the drugs were to try and abort. Is that what you were getting? That's what I was.
Well, I think she was trying to get the drugs to stop the visions she's been having.
Oh, you think?
Yes.
Oh, I thought she was trying to abort the baby.
Well, you did see the vision she was having, right?
Yeah, I know, but I think drugs would have made that worse. For God's sakes, drugs give you visions, right? So.
It also numbs. Right? If you can numb the mind, then you can't have those visions, right? So it's kind of like.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they never actually came out and said why she wanted Special K, but
no. But I mean, I've assumed right from the get-go it's because she's having these flashes. It's fucking her up, and like she said when she said to him, well, everything. Do you ever feel like you're out of control every day? And he's like, every day I do. So no, she was trying to get rid of those visions and that craziness and all the horror that was going off in her head, like seeing all the spiders and seeing all, spiders coming out of the grandfather clock in the woods, and then, when she's in his place, and that I guess she's envisioning her home, and she's running around, and the mother's abusive, and the father's face is sewn up, and then there's like insects and everything everywhere. And then we got Mr. Bad Guy coming in and just going, your time has come, and like, don't worry, Chrissy, we're going to take care of you. And, sink those nails into her head and just kind of like.
Yeah, very, very Freddy Krueger like.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then you see our big tough dungeon master just absolutely losing it. Like, how do you explain that? How do you call the police and go, I got some weird shit happening here?
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, he's going to get blamed for the murder. He's going to be, because of the way she's looking and the way she's twisted and all that sort of thing. He plays Dungeons and Dragons. He worships Satan. He sacrificed her to his gods. That's definitely getting played out. There's no way that is not going to be themed throughout all these episodes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then they're going to bring in the rest of them, and they're going to say, you're part of this Hellfire Club, right? What practices were you doing? We were playing D&D. Oh yeah, what deity did you worship? Like there's going to be all kinds of ignorant panic questioning like that's going to happen. So I think
yeah,
and
we'll get the first 7 episodes, and then July. Yeah. July is the next 7, and that'll be a wrap on that.
Did you get feels for 11 trying to fit into that school?
Yeah, I would like to see her powers back too, but yeah, it was.
I think everybody wanted to see her throw that blonde chick across the court.
Yes, Angie. Yeah, just explode her head there, like in Scanners.
Yeah, no, it's just like. And Will sees it, he's like, okay, come on. Let's get out of here. Yeah. But, I mean, just goes to show how shitty kids were back then, too.
Yep. Yes.
I think in-crowds were worse back then than they are today. And then again, today everybody's woke, so everybody, you try to do anything shitty, and you're called out on it social media-wise anyway, so it's like...
Yep.
But I definitely felt for her, especially when she was trying to give her presentation and talk about her dad, and that chick was being such a bitch. I'm sorry, miss, but I'm trying to understand the parameters of the assignment. Like, fuck you. You want to say the C word, but
you don't. Okay. Well, anyway, we got 6 more episodes to break down, so I'm sure we'll get more of Angie. Hate to end on a sad note, but I got to mention Ray Liotta passed away last week.
The good fella.
Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies of all time, best mob movie of all time. If it's on TV, I can't stop watching it. Of course, due no small part to his performance. I mean, he's done a lot. I know he's done a lot. Something Wild,
so
but
much.
Copland. Blow. He was Field of Dreams even.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner. He was Shoeless Joe Jackson. I mean, but Goodfellas is gonna go up there as one of the all-time greatest movies ever. And
he also did a lot of voice work too.
Yeah,
I saw a post and there was a ton of voice work and some major stuff. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, Gone Too Soon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was the bubble poppin' leader in SpongeBob SquarePants. Come on.
Yeah. No. Sad goodbye to Ray Liotta.
Yeah. I hate to say it. And of course, continue on in the entertainment news. Star Wars Celebration is ongoing this week. So of course we saw the new trailer, or first trailer for Andor, and the release date's going to be August 31st this summer. And Willow finally.
We
finally got Willow November 30th on Disney Plus. Yeah, I'm glad I recently watched the movie, so I'm all caught up. And it's crazy, seeing him. This is a movie from the 80s, for God's sakes, and here we are making a show about a movie from the 80s.
But it's going to be interesting to see Willow. I mean, obviously, time has passed since the first movie.
Well, he better be the great sorcerer.
Well, that's
now,
just it. Like
say.
he sounded much more confident, much more wise than he was back then. And
yeah, it's crazy. Here's two movies that we mentioned. Top Gun that Val Kilmer was in. Val Kilmer's not in Willow, but it's crazy that two things like 36 some odd years later that we get a follow up something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Willow looks interesting for sure. That's November 30th on Disney Plus.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, we got the news that we're not getting The Mandalorian in December like we thought. We're getting it in February 2023, which is odd because they've had time to work on it, and there's not much difference between December and February. But whatever.
Whatever. I saw one article, I think, saying somebody was going to replace Pedro Pascal, and I'm like, why? What?
I've been hearing that since season 1. Yeah. It's not going to happen. No. He just shot that amazing cover.
Yeah.
For Vanity Fair. I don't know if you saw it with him, Ahsoka Tano, Obi-Wan, and Andor are all in the cover all together.
No,
he's not going anywhere.
Good time to be enjoying entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah. So, August 31st, Andor, November 30th, Willow, and that's all I got, sir.
What have we got coming up Marvel-wise? Because
just Miss Marvel on June 8th. But we got The Boys, the anti-Marvel on June 3rd. But Marvel will be June 8th.
June 8th? When's She-Hulk coming out? That's later.
August 17.
August 17, yeah.
Yeah, so we get She-Hulk and actually Andor, the same month. So.
And then the new trailer. Did we talk about the new trailer for Thor?
I think we did. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So looking good.
Oh yeah, that's
actually
July
a second
8th.
Trailer dropped too.
Yeah, July 8th. We see more of Jane Foster in this one.
Yeah.
So.
When I guess they're visiting Mount Olympus or.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
You click too much. God, did he fucking look? That's the most jacked. I mean, I think he was training for Hulk Hogan at the same time.
Yeah.
Like he was fun beyond jacked.
Like, should we help him?
He looked bigger than the actual Hulk in that.
Yeah, no. Look, I mean, I saw that.
The CGI Hulk.
Like, fuck, I gotta work out.
Yeah, well, he just went through like probably a half-hour workout before that scene. To keep that pump, you gotta. I know the drill.
That look is not sustainable over long.
No, and he was probably holding 2 heavy sandbags, and they just erased them.
Just to keep them flexed and just like.
Yeah, I did all those tricks, but you got to if you're Thor, right?
Well, yeah. We're doing a nude scene. Hemsworth.
Oh boy.
All the lady attendants are on set going.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't really see this many of you around. Well,
how come Taika Waititi's there going? How did the crew double?
Yeah.
Who are you? The lunch lady. Who invited craft services?
Yeah. I'm here if he needs his burrito.
I want to hold his burrito.
Yeah. His burrito's on display there.
We could go on a huge tangent with that.
Yeah, but let's not. We've already kept these good people 48 minutes too long. So let's
48 minutes too long. What, we just say hello and then goodbye?
Yeah. What's up? And tune in next week. Or we'll have the rebuttal.
All right, gang. You can find us on social media. You can find us on YouTube. Search Butcher Bay Rejects. You can find us on Twitter @Bay Rejects. On Facebook @Butcher Bay Rejects. And on TikTok @Butcher Bay Rejects, as well as our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you could also find us on all the podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Alexa TuneIn, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Pandora. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. I am Mark.
I'm Greg. See you next week, nerds.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.